Hey guys, here's the third and final video for the day today. So, continuing to talk about artificially and naturally acquired immunity. So, if I get a vaccine, being given a sickness, so to speak. And sometimes you feel like if I get a vaccine, I feel a little sick, I feel a little under the weather. Your body is mounting an immune response to a dead version of the disease. So, you didn't get it naturally by coming into contact with it. You were given it through your vaccine, but your body will still respond the same way. It will still activate those B cells and those T helper cells, and the clonal army of B cells will begin to produce dozens of copies, actually thousands of copies of itself, and make those antibodies. So you will develop that or that adaptive immunity when you get a vaccine. Okay, that's called artificially acquired immunity. Um, this is just a little bit more about how we get immunity passively, not generating it ourselves. Okay, so you can take a look at that. Here are the antibodies that these plasma cells, these plasma B cells, are going to be generating. And I just wanted to give you a view of what these antibodies look like, because what we're looking at here, guys, is basically, let's see if I can find a really good picture of them. Let's see. Well, this might be a good one here. So here are the antibodies, and you can see that they have a definite binding end. I'll back up just a few slides here so you can see. Here is the binding end of an antibody. They're all Y-shaped like this as a whole, okay? But they have these different chemical structures where this binding site will only bind a certain antigen, okay? That's why it's called the antigen binding site. And so, as the B cells that have been activated by binding to the antigen, as those pump out these antibodies, they know the shape they need to be. You can see right down here in this picture to attach to this blue guy, the bad guy. So, the ends of these antibodies will bind to the surface of the antigen, and it's what is called agglutination. So we'll have tons of antibodies grab onto this thing and several others and form this huge clump. And we saw this in blood typing. We talked about how when somebody gets a blood type given to them through a donation or through a transfusion that's not their blood type, your antibodies are like, whoa, we don't understand what this is. We need to mark it for destruction. So we have this clumping of all these antigens together. That's what antibodies do, is they mark something for destruction. And so here's just a picture of all these antibodies binding to these antigens. And we have this clumping that you see right down here called agglutination. So when that happens, then we are basically signaling to the macrophages, hey, come and destroy this invader. Okay. So here we see the antibodies clumping and grouping things together. There's the specific example of the red blood cells that you can see that are foreign red blood cells because they have antigens on their surface that the body does not recognize as self. Okay. So this is a really cool picture. And then here we see these macrophages coming and digesting the invaders and getting rid of them so that the body can go back to homeostasis and health. All right, guys. Monday morning, I'm going to try to post this next part, the cell-mediated immune response. You'll have your exam on on Monday afternoon is when I'm going to post that, and you can use all your resources, and you'll have probably 24 hours to get that exam done, but you can use all your resources. So, guys, make sure that your visual journals are good quality. Watch all the videos I've posted, guys. Let me know how I can help. And I'll post the last group of videos on Monday morning. Okay. Keep in touch. Keep engaged, guys. Love you. Praying for you. Have a great day today.